Hey, hi, Sue Moore here, recovered banker and founder of the Moore Connection. Today I wanted to share with you a couple of tidbits out of an article that I read from the Retail Banking Network. And the name of the article was called The Ever-Changing Face of Bank Branches. And the article was written by a gentleman named John Voorhees of Peak Performance Group. And he's formerly the head of distribution strategy at B of A. So a well-heeled gentleman knows what's going on. And I just thought this would be of interest because being a recovered banker, have you ever thought about what you would do if your position happened to be repurposed all of a sudden? And so this article kind of goes into that, and as I said, it includes an audio, which is about 12 minutes long. But there were three takeaways in this audio, and I'm going to refer to my notes so I know what I'm talking about here. First of all, bank branches will significantly change in shape and form. A couple of banks, PNC has what they call their tiny branch, which travels a certain specific area in their footprint. B of A has mobile branches, and there are a lot of banks that have mobile branches that will travel around, particularly to disaster areas and so forth. But what's really interesting here is that there's a common belief that it is possible to close bank branches with less than a 5% attrition rate. And the reason for that is that they find that people will use multiple branches of the same institution. So, bank closings means people are displaced. Second thing that's happening, they say, is that there will be platform changes. And whereas historically the teller line was normally, or that function, it was normally 50 to 60% of the bank lobby, now that is being turned into favoring financial advisory offices where with much smaller teller lines, or not even a teller line, just a bank of ATMs with maybe an employee or two to help a customer with a question. The branch, in other words, then will become more of a customer care center with less emphasis on transactions handled by the lobby staff. On the humanoid side, robotics are really becoming part of the landscape in Europe. HDFC in India, who I'm not familiar with, has a completely mobile bank. Dubai has its dancing banking robot. And I think that's worth a trip to Dubai just to see what a dancing banking robot looks like. Anyway, currently B of A and Capital One are two of the American institutions that are moving diligently into delivering robotic services. So it's really only a matter of time how this all is going to affect people here. And if you listen to the audio, you'll get a much better flavor for all of that. I just gave you some highlights. So here's my thought, though. If you are currently in financial services or in banking, you might want to think about a plan B. You've got a choice, the way I see this. You're either going to have to up your skill level, which might include getting licensed for securities or insurance, or getting trained as a mortgage banker or what have you, or you'll need to look for something else. Whatever you decide, you don't want to be someone whose job was repurposed and then all of a sudden you're no longer qualified. So here's my call to action to you. Message me and let's see if I can help you make your current job an option. Thanks for listening. I hope you got some value. I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, take good care. Bye-bye.